This particular story just kind of popped up on my phone, and I don't know if any of my subscribers are going to know about it before I upload the video, or by the time I'm getting ready to upload it, it'll probably come my way because it is not getting that much traction, but it should be considering the nature of the story. And this story right here is going to prove that palm colored, whenever they feel they have a losing advantage of something, that they will go all out to tap into their cannibalistic behavior. So in this picture, you see two boys. On the left, you see a boy by the name of Matthew Borges, and on the right is a boy by the name of Manuel Viloria. Let me get his name right. Manuel Viloria Paulino. The one on the left is currently being tried as an adult because he beheaded. That means he decapitated. The one on the right, because he says that he was spending time with his girlfriend. He tapped hard as hell into that cannibalistic behavior to do something like that for that reason. This doesn't surprise me in the least bit. And get this, their ages are 15 and 16. Now, the one who killed him was 15, and the one that the one who did the murder was 15, who was the one on the left, and the one that he killed on the right, it was 16. Let me go ahead and get into this article. And by the way, when I saw the one on the right's image, I said he looks like he has some black in him. And when I was scrolling through the article that I'm reading, I saw a picture of his mother, and I said, he has definitely has some black in him, because his mother's like the same complexion as me. Now, as far as the dad goes, you know, with that last name, he's probably, like, I guess you could probably classify him maybe as Afro-Latina. So let's see here. It says Matthew Borges, now 18. So this happened a couple years ago. Was handed the 2 30-year prison terms to run concurrently after being convicted of the first-degree murder of Manuel Viloria Paulino at a court in Lawrence, Massachusetts on Tuesday. A judge refused to set a minimum prison term because of Borges' age when he committed the crime in November 2016, meaning he may be eligible for parole in years to come. He doesn't need to be, in my honest opinion. That's why I'm actually glad that they did find him guilty, though. Any adult convicted of first-degree murder in Massachusetts is automatically sentenced to life behind bars. Borges' lawyer claimed the killer was not irredeemably depraved. But Lee's mother, Katuska, I know I butchered her name, Paulino, called for him to spend the rest of his life in jail. She said, "We feel that this criminal deserves to spend his life incarcerated, so at the very least it serves to keep him off the streets. He should never have the opportunity to kill again, to rob another person of their life like he did Manuel in such a horrible and sad way." Borges and Lee were both students at Lawrence High School when Borges killed Lee. The teenager's dismembered body was found along the banks of the Merrimack River by a dog walker. His head was found nearby, but Lee's hands, which had also been chopped off, were never recovered. All of this for talking to a girl. He did all of this because he was talking to his girlfriend. What does this remind you of? This kind of reminds you of Emmett Till a little bit, but he did it by himself. An autopsy revealed Lee recovered remains had suffered 76 wounds. His body had been so badly defiled, the medical examiner was unable to say whether Lee had been slashed and decapitated before or after he had been killed. Paying tribute to Lee in a victim impact statement read in court, his mother said, "There are no more dreams for the dreamer, the brother, the writer, and the poet that was Manuel Viloria Paulino. He has been the soul of this family since he was born. We are living dead after he was brutally ripped from our side." That is messed up. All over because he was talking to his girlfriend, and they were probably just having casual conversation. It probably was nothing as serious as this one made it out to be, but it's that incel logic that many of them carry, that how dare you talk to this guy who is not white, and you are my girlfriend, and you should only be talking to me, or, dealing with me, which lets me also know that he probably was abusive to his girlfriend in that relationship, if he was to go off the deep end doing something like this. Now, I don't know if they knew each other while they were in school or what have you, or maybe this Lee individual was maybe a popular boy. Maybe maybe he had all the girls flocking to him and everything like that, and his girlfriend had a wandering eye, and then one day he just caught them talking, and he probably hated him for it, and he probably could never get a girlfriend up until that one that actually could tolerate him. And the day that he saw him talking to this guy who could have probably been one of the most popular guys in school, he lost it. But they said 76 wounds, and they said he chopped off his hands and they never found him. This individual wanted him dead in the worst way possible. And that's why they waited until he turned 18 to pass down that sentence. But I offer my condolences to the family, of this boy, lost his life so young to a degenerate. And it's crazy because I don't remember hearing about this story at all. And I was making videos back in 2016 and I never came across it, because I definitely would have remembered this one, even with all the other stuff that I've talked about. But this is a very tragic story nonetheless, but it definitely reminds me of Emmett Till in so many ways, because like the stories are slightly parallel. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next one.